Now we're gonna do a quick video, so pretend you love me. All right, you ready? For rolling with my homies. We are back rolling through Vienna with the amazing Amy today. And we are living on the edge here of Vienna. We are leaving Amy's house, and we are literally, that took us 3 seconds, and we are passing the W&OD Trail. So that is clearly one of the positives you love about living where you live.
That is why we bought that house.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Our starter home was in Pimmitt Hills. So we were 5 of us in, I think, about 1,100 square feet with 1 bathroom for a really long time. And I had the parents that came and stayed with you, even with that little space. So it was time with the 3rd baby to move. And I wanted a certain elementary school, or at least one of the ones that I had on my list.
Yes.
So this was at that time a way to get into Vienna that was still considered affordable for us, with 5 bedrooms. We knew we wanted Vienna for the sense of community, I guess.
Okay. So you liked it in Vienna. You liked the community and the school system, elementary, middle, and high school.
Yes, and we just essentially outgrew our home, so we had to go somewhere, but we wanted to stay in the proximity. You know, the location of Pimmitt Hills, you cannot beat it.
Okay.
With 7 and 66 and the Beltway, so we wanted to stay as close to there as possible.
Have you always been in Virginia?
Northern Virginia since 2000.
Okay, so you've been here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You've been here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You found this house because of the location to the trail.
Yes.
What else brought you to Vienna?
It's funny how you get locked into a preschool culture because they're only there for a hot second, but that's where you really make your first community of parent friends. And because our preschool, Meekins, which was a co-op, kind of a hippy-dippy co-op preschool, and we absolutely fell in love with it with all the parents, we felt like an immediate grounding to Vienna. We wanted to stay in that because with the preschool came the parade and downtown, and that preschool's actually on Maple Avenue.
Okay, so that brought you to Vienna. Tell me what your top things of Vienna and living on the edge.
Yes. Depending on what your commute is, because I'm an in-home lactation consultant and traveling throughout the entire DMV, being on the edge of Vienna allows me to hop on 66 and the Beltway pretty easily.
Yes.
So the access to highways to get to wherever I'm serving. So that is absolutely huge. Here to the right is our pool, which was also a big draw because I have a swimmer. My youngest one swam year-round for a while and was quite competitive.
So tell me what this pool is called.
This is the Dunn Loring Swim Club.
And you automatically get put on the list for this if you buy in this area?
You have to proactively go and put yourself on the list. So the minute we signed the contract, I walked over and put our name on. And just like a lot of Vienna pools, the first year, I think we got a rental. And then the second year, we were offered a real membership.
But that's quick. 2 years is really fast compared to some of the other pools in Vienna. Is it longer now?
Then it was fast. Now I think it's over 2 years.
Okay. So Dunn Loring, super positive, trail positive, commute positive. What else do you love about where you live?
We love that it feeds you to Marshall High School.
Oh.
Yes.
Normally, a lot of Vienna homes will feed into Madison High School. Tell me what your 3 schools are from where you live.
The elementary school is Stenwood Elementary. My children went over to Westbriar because they had that AAP program. I'll tell you, that commute was a little bit of a bugger. It was definitely the right choice for one of my children. The other one, I don't know if it was worth the commute. Your day gets a lot longer.
Yeah.
When you are doing, that program where you have to take a 30-minute bus drive after it does all the stops.
Right.
I mean, they're getting on the bus at 8:30 and not home until 4:30.
Yeah.
One of my kids fell asleep on the bus and
Did they get taken back to school? Because that would be hilarious.
Yes, I got that phone call. Yes.
Your child's back at school.
Yes. So this is where it gets a little tricky. The non-AAP, it's Thoreau.
Which we're just about to pass.
Yes. And then you can have the choice if you are on that AAP track to go to Kilmer. So I got the opportunity to kind of see both middle schools in play.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Did you have a good experience at both, or was it, and listen, every family's different, right?
Yes.
This is a disclaimer, and people ask me this all the time. Well, what's the best school? What's the best rating? And the reality is your kids are going to have a different experience than every other kid too. It's just not always one size fits all.
Yes.
But I'd love to hear kind of your comparisons of the two, if you don't mind sharing that.
For the middle school, it was right in the middle of COVID, and my kids are 22 months apart, so they both got like cut off at Kilmer. We didn't have a ton of time in Kilmer. Absolutely loved that he walked to middle school with a gang of his friends. So there was that.
So then you go from the middle school over to Marshall.
Yes.
And tell me about your experience at Marshall, because it is different than Madison, which is why we refer to it as the stepchild.
Yes, I just think that Madison gets so much clout because of the sports and how competitive it is with just how well you guys do with football and lacrosse as well. But they have the IB program.
Yeah, which is a huge positive living in Vienna. And many of my clients that relocate from overseas and their kids are in IB programs, because one recent question is like, are there IB programs that are public? And Marshall is a public school with an IB program.
Yes.
And so that is like a huge positive.
And for a rising senior who's in the thick of it with the IB program, I mean, the hope is it's really going to help her with her application process.
Yeah.
There's just so many great resources there, just all the way around. So we love it. We love the sports programs, even if we are a little bit of a notch down. I personally absolutely love how diverse it is.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. What about, now that we have passed through Thoreau, one of the other things over here is Cedar Park. This has like a little business area, and I like the coffee Simply Social over here because there's a drive-through.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite in the strip?
A Simply Social, hands down.
Really?
It got a little facelift, I would say, about
it did
8 years ago, maybe 5 or 8 years ago, that spruced it up a little bit. But I would say for sure Simply Social. We lost our CVS.
Oh, it closed, but you're getting Ace. But you're getting Ace Hardware.
Yes.
My ramen place is in here, Sushi Koji.
Yes.
They have delicious ramen and sushi.
And very authentic, and they're great in there and nice, and it's cozy. And actually, my partner and I took a dance class, like a hip-hop dance class up here for like a fun little date night.
My goodness.
Born to Dance.
Oh my gosh.
It was kind of uncoordinated and ridiculous, but it was fun to kind of try something different.
You will not find me there, but that's okay. I'm glad that you had a lovely, lovely time. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of positives. Tell me any cons to living in Vienna or living on the edge or living where you live.
I would say that my neighborhood in particular could be a bit transient.
Okay.
I feel like houses go up and down a lot. We seem to get a lot of like a military vibe going on there, so you have a good amount of rentals.
Okay.
Now, that being said, my next door neighbor, he raised his kids there who are well into adulthood. Okay. So there are some lifelongers, but you do have some turnover there.
But don't you think that that's just anywhere in Northern Virginia? I mean, you're talking to the relocation specialist here. So, I mean, that's what I do, is help people move in. My thought is, though, I try to get people to hold on to their properties and rent them out, because that's the way you build wealth through real estate, is holding on to it. So I totally get it being transient, but I think that that's sometimes a blessing to you, speaking to diversity, right? What other cons do you have of living Vienna?
Another con is kind of tricky, but I will tell you this. If you want access to downtown Vienna, the Parade, your Whole Foods, Cafe Amore, you have to be willing to hop on a bike, which we do all the time. But if you're just not one to walk a couple miles or get on a bicycle, you don't have the easy access like you would if you lived in the town of Vienna.
Yeah. But do you guys still go to all those things?
The time. And the kids hop on and they'll go down and do their thing. We are a big like bicycle and exercise family, so I think it was just normal.
What advice would you give someone who's thinking about buying in Vienna or relocating to Northern Virginia?
Hire you.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Yes, in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat, and then hire you.
When they have the baby.
When they have a baby,
yes. I think it's so personal, but and everybody has a different value system. But for me, it wasn't square footage. So really maybe getting a really good handle on what you want. I would think you'd know your deal breakers, because for me, I didn't need a huge house, and see what your value system. I mean, the number one reason behind the elementary school for us picking this house was the proximity to the trail.
I love that. I think that that's important, right?
Yes.
And that's one of the things I always ask people when they're moving here is actually, what do you do in your daily life, right? Like, what's important to you? You said you guys are big bicyclers, like you like to be on the trail, you love to be outside. Like, that proximity is more important than a big house
There's no traffic back here.
Yeah, that is nice.
There's no traffic.
Nobody's driving back here.
Nope.
I would rather, obviously, my kids be outside. I'd rather them playing, shooting hoops, getting on the trail, going to friends, going to the pool, than being inside on their phone. And that is what I think this community really brings.
Absolutely.
Because your houses are yours are much closer together, right? Like you have homes where kids can run next door, kids can be in the street.
Yeah.
But nobody's driving fast through here.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
What else do some people refer to this area? So you do have a Vienna address,
Yes.
but
You hear it referred to as Dunn Loring.
Dunn Loring. Yep. So, okay.
And if somebody asks me, where do you live? I will typically say near the Dunn Loring Metro.
Oh.
Not far from Mosaic, if they need a
Yes.
landmark there.
You don't go to Maple for Kava, you go to Mosaic?
It just feels closer because it's like right over there. You're
Yeah.
probably splitting hairs. And so do the kids. I mean, the girl was Sephora
Yeah.
and Lululemon's over there.
South Moon Under,
Uh-huh.
Bloomie's, my very favorite store of all time.
Yes, and it is really nice to have that option if you
Yeah.
needed something and not have to go into the mall.
Oh yeah, I never go to the mall.
Mm-mm.
Anything else that you want to tell anybody about where you live?
I love where I live. I have absolutely no desire to move.
Well, that stinks for me. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Maybe there's a rental property in our future
There you
investment,
go.
but in terms
There you
of
go.
living anywhere else,
You're happy.
I'm happy. There's really no other place that I long to be,
Amazing.
which is a really nice, content feeling.
It is,
Yes.
right? Thank you so much, Amy.
You're so welcome.
You're the
It's fun
best.
to be around you, girl.
I know. Hey, listen, if anyone ever needs breastfeeding help, Amy is the go-to. And now she has elevated her business and is coaching entrepreneurs. Is it mostly moms? Is it
Yes.
mostly mom? Okay, so if you're a mom business owner and you want to grow your business, Amy is who you want to talk to because she will help you set out goals, help you with reaching insane milestones so you can have your best quarter, best month, best everything, and or start from scratch,
Yes.
right? So I love it. Amy is my girl. So she is one of our great partners at the Carey Collective, and I could not be more blessed to have met you.
Again, I'm glad you're now my friend.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.